Thank you so much and welcome back. My name is Chastity and I'm an intuitive life coach and Reiki master. If you had an opportunity to watch the video I did last week around aura colors, you may have noticed that I left the color blue out of the conversation. And that was very intentional. You see, if you have the color blue as one of your core colors, meaning it's mostly related to who you are and your personality, then chances are you are a very deep feeling, highly protective, and very sensitive person. You're very likely to be sensitive to other people's energies. And in this video, I'm not just going to talk from a place of experience and working with people who have a lot of blue at their core. I'm speaking from experience. I also have a lot of blue as part of my central colors. And so I understand and I recognize how it can be difficult when you can pick up and sense so much energy, and how it can be very infuriating to try to explain to other people with words what it is that you're feeling and sensing, because sometimes it's impossible. It's an energy thing. If you have blue as one of your core colors, chances are you have been called to do and be in a job that's of service to others. Don't worry, I am not going to recommend that you change jobs or that you isolate yourself from humanity and all of society so that you don't have to deal with other people's energies. If you were called to be of service, then you know the value that there is in interacting with other people. Sure, you can pick up on their energies, but there is a lot of growing that we do as individuals when we are called to be in a job or a role where we're interacting with a lot of people all of the time. It gives us opportunities to really stay in a place of being non-judgmental, to being in a place where we can show empathy towards others. And we can reflect back to people the light that is within every single one of us. Every single person who has blue at their core is a light worker. That is why you are being asked to be in a role where you are of service to other people. I will provide you with 3 ways that you can protect yourself energetically. And I will also offer 3 ways that you can cleanse your energy so that you can really feel like you're not carrying around the weight of other people's energies. To protect yourself energetically, it is important to have boundaries. I know. You guys know that I really love boundaries because boundaries will make you accessible to the right people at the right time. It's like you don't want to be a business that's open 24/7. At some point, you need to shut down and clean and disinfect and just relax. Okay, it's the same with people. I'm going to give you a very personal example here. I am Cuban American. Both of my parents were Cuban. I was born in Massachusetts. Culturally, when we greet people, be it old friends and family or even new people, we are expected to greet people with a kiss on the cheek and an embrace. And when I was a little girl, it didn't sit well with me because there were times I just did not want to make physical contact with people. Aside from the fact that physical touch is also one of my love languages, and having somebody in my personal and physical space didn't sit well with me, I was able to pick up and sense more information about them when I came into contact with them. And it was very difficult for me at times to get my parents to understand, well, not at times, all the time, that I was just willing to greet them verbally and not with any kind of hug or embrace. If you have blue as one of your core energies, it is important for you to honor and respect that. Because if you are, in fact, in a job where you are interacting with a lot of people, you can do that job without necessarily coming into a lot of physical contact with them. Be mindful. And yes, energy is energy. You don't necessarily have to, and you don't have to actually come into contact with somebody to pick up on their energy. But once you do, you will also pick up a lot more information and a lot more about them. Boundaries are important and they're healthy. The second thing you can do to protect your energy is to create a protective energy shield around you. And I do it around my family as well. So I would encourage you guys to think about doing that. And all it is you visualize that you and or your family are in a bubble, like a light shield. And that light or bubble can be of whatever color you want. There's no specific color. I know that if you Google this, it'll say it has to be white or silver. Whatever color makes you happy. As long as you allow that bubble to draw in light. So you want to be able to draw in light into your protective bubble so it keeps everything else out. I do this every morning and sometimes at night again. I just like to do it, but it's an option. And the last thing is to keep yourself grounded because it'll feel like when you come around other people, even if you're settled in your energy, if you're not quite grounded, the interaction or exposure to other people's energies may take you off balance. And so staying grounded is another way to really protect your energy. Yes, one of the ways to be grounded or to stay grounded is to make sure that you're spending enough time outside and in nature. But another easy way is to add, like, if you use or wear any kind of crystals, you can add a drop of essential oil to a crystal or even to any stones that you may wear. If you put it on your skin directly, remember to dilute the essential oil because they are pure. Side note on essential oils. Use real essential oils only, not the synthetic types. The synthetic types will be very oily to touch and highly fragranced. A pure essential oil, though it's very aromatic, it's very strong in smell, it doesn't smell like perfumey. I think I'm coming up with all sorts of words today, but it doesn't smell like an artificial scent. It smells pure. So just make sure you're using a pure essential oil. Here are some ways that you can help cleanse your energy. Let's talk cord cutting first. So when it comes to etheric cords, they're akin to, in the 3D world, the cord that connects the mom to the baby in uterus. It feeds a connection. And when you connect with someone, anyone, a cord is automatically created, an emotional connection. the more you nurture the connection, or the longer it exists, the thicker and the stronger that emotional connection. As you would imagine, not all connections are healthy. And so when we create a connection, if it's unhealthy, it'll feel like it's draining you of energy, like it's just pulling on your energy and draining you entirely. And so it becomes really important for you to be able to cut and sever these attachments. And I use the word sever, and then as I said it, I realized it kind of has a really bad like feeling or energy to it. But when we do cord cutting, it's done with light and it heals both ends of the connections, so that the only thing that can be left from that connection that you can never eliminate is any type of love in that emotional connection. That's the highest form of vibration. You're not going to detach from any type of love or high vibrating energy in any connection. When you do cord cutting, you are simply cutting out lower level and vibrating energies like fears and insecurities and all that stuff. I'm not going to go into how to do cord cutting, because the way that you do it will depend on your comfort level and if you're a more visual person than not. But if you Google cord cutting with Archangel Michael, you're going to find different ways. Personally, I don't sit there and visualize it. I will just ask, lay down, relax, and receive. I spent all day long overthinking, so I choose not to visualize it when I'm asking for cord cutting. But if you Google it, you'll find different ways of doing that. The second thing is that you can cleanse your energy by smudging. You can use sage, palo santo, or just burn incense around your house. Really create smoke to clean up the energy. Now, I love it because my kids are used to my doing this to them. So if they smell the sage and I go into the room, they'll automatically like T-pose and and they're ready for me to come in and sage them. So that's an easy way to keep yourselves and your energies clean, and you can do it to not just your home, but also to your cars and to your office if you're not in a building where you're going to set off the fire alarm with the smoke. And then the last way that you can easily cleanse your energy is by taking salt baths. Salt is a very purifying agent. You could add some Epsom salt to your bath. You can also, again, add a couple drops of any essential oil to it. And you can just help to kind of clear that energy that you've attracted, but also any type of energy that you've drawn in on your own. You can remove it from your energetic space. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. For all my blues, carry on with your service work. Until next time, may love and light always guide you.